Hey, I'm Steven. I'm about to go see Detective Pikachu. I'm gonna catch you after the credits.
You wanted to be a Pokemon trainer when you were young.
Yeah, that didn't really work out. Someone there? Whoever you are, I know how to use this.
Oh, jeez. Here we go.
I know, you can't understand me, but put down the stapler or I will electrocute you.
Did you just talk?
Whoa. Did you just understand?
So I just got back from seeing Detective Pikachu. Way too long I took to go see this one. I saw several movies that were brand new. Well, a couple movies that were fairly new. Before I even got around to seeing this one, and that's crazy. Because this one came out almost a month ago. And yeah, I dropped the ball. I missed a good opportunity to see this one early on because this was really good. This was like it's a movie that's trying to be a movie for everybody, and I think it's succeeding most of the time. There's some one of the jokes I actually remember in the movie. There's this like gas that sprays, and the main character is like, I had a problem. There was some like these Pokemon started attacking me, and they were going crazy, and like I started the powder, the gas, it all went up my nose, and people are looking at me like, was that a cocaine joke? Was that a meth joke? Like, what was that? Was that a drug joke in a Pikachu movie? A movie about Pikachu? There's drugs in this movie? And yeah, it's really weird, but like really enjoyable. It's pretty fast paced. This movie's only about an hour and 45 minutes long, and there's no after the credit sequence. So, but the credits are stylized like the old Pokemon manga. They basically drew from every style of Pokemon here. There's some Game Boy references, there's anime references, I feel like this movie is almost, you could almost call it like a sequel to Mewtwo Strikes Back, which is really cool. Basically, yeah, there's a lot to this movie that's really good, and I would highly, highly recommend it if you haven't gone out and seen it, but if you haven't seen it, then you're probably not going to, because it's kind of on its way out of theaters now. A month is a long time for a movie to be out still, unless it's like just this huge blockbuster, which I don't think this is. This is a nice kind of like, go to the movies, have a laugh, have a good time, eat some popcorn, get some video game references, get some anime references, and have a good time. The plot is it's actually a fairly interesting detective story.
So there I was. I woke up with a heavy case of amnesia in the middle of nowhere. The only clue to my past is Harry's name and address inside this hat. So I made my way to the apartment, and that's when I found you and your stapler gun.
Stop talking! You're a hallucination!
You're a hallucination.
Though I feel like one shortcoming of it is they're not Detective Pikachu, played by Ryan Reynolds, and the main character is the son of this famous detective. They're going out and trying to solve this case, but I feel like things are just kind of happening to them. They're not really solving the case, which I think is kind of weird. Like, other people are almost solving the case for them one way or another. But there's a lot of... I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. It's just kind of weird. One of the best things about this movie is just how many Pokemon they jammed into it. And, like, it's not distracting. They definitely play this movie off as a world. It's the Pokemon world. Like, it's the world that the anime lives in, or that the manga lives in, or that the games live in, or kind of a mishmash of all of them. They really play it like Pokemon exist in this world, and this is what it would be like. Rhyme City, the city that they live in, is like a no battle zone, essentially. Pokemon and humans are supposed to be living and working together, which is an interesting dynamic, actually. I just kept counting the Pokemon I saw, and it was so many, and I was so happy. I will say, like, when I first saw the trailer, I was determined I was going to go see this movie. I knew this movie was going to be one of two things. When I first saw the trailer, I looked at it and was like, wow, this is a really, really well done, like, YouTube prank video, essentially. Like, of course they're not making a Detective Pikachu movie. Then they announced it proper, and I was just like, oh, they are making a Detective Pikachu movie. And, like, the Pokemon don't look real, but at the same time, they look real enough that this is how I'd want my Pokemon to look. It's not like Sonic the Hedgehog, where, like, yeah, I guess that kind of looks like Sonic, but now that movie looks like the prank movie compared to Detective Pikachu, which I think is really funny. But I saw the trailer and I was like, this movie, I'm gonna go see this because it's either gonna be really good or laughably bad, like hilariously bad, and I was down to go see either one. The more I kept hearing, the more good reviews I heard of it, and yeah, it lives up.
So let me get this right. We're forced to listen to this spa music so your head doesn't explode and kill us all.
Hey, you put that down. I am not giving you a massage. Fine. Hand it over.
I don't know if I'd give this movie like a full solid 8 out of 10, but I think it deserves at least a 7.5. Like, I really enjoyed this movie. It's so well done. It's funny. Not every joke lands, but enough of them do. It's got enough, like, Pokemon action in it that kind of holds your attention, too. The mystery, I figured out about halfway through, kind of. But there were still a couple shocks. Like, there's a Ditto in this movie that is great. And it really throws you for a loop. Mewtwo is in this movie, and he's a big... They don't show, like, one shot of Mewtwo in the trailer. Maybe 2, I don't know. But Mewtwo's actually a very central focused, which is why this feels almost like a sequel. Like, it kind of can't be, but it feels like a sequel to the original Pokemon movie. But I think it's just more that, like, they mentioned that Mewtwo's like the rarest Pokemon, most powerful Pokemon in Kanto, and I think that's really cool that they mentioned that. So, yeah, if you haven't gone and seen this movie, you might have to wait for it to be out on digital or Blu-ray or DVD, but I would check it out when you get the chance regardless. Comment below what you thought of Detective Pikachu, subscribe if you want more content like this, and I will catch you next time after the credits.
There's magic that brought us together. And that magic is called hope.
We're gonna do this. You and me.
Use your body words. Where? Enough with the games. Say it. Just say it!
Pokemon Detective Pikachu.
He's barely moving.
Don't tell him that. Oh, he's on a bike. Quick, get in front of him.
Stop.
Oh, no. He's going down hard, Tim. Should have worn a helmet.
Only in theaters May 10.